Hello everybody, welcome back to the World of Warcraft Legion Alpha. I'm here on my little gnome mage, as always. I am Necroxis, and today we're doing the Arcane Mage artifact. So let's look at our big book of knowledge, otherwise known as the Appendix of Azerothian Artifacts. We are doing Aluneth. Aluneth was most notably wielded for a time by Aegwynn, the only female Guardian of Tirisfal, although stories indicate it is far older than she. Toward the end of Aegwynn's life, she entrusted the staff to the Blue Dragonflight. I guess that means we're going to the Nexus. Deeming the staff too dangerous to use, they locked it away in a secret vault where it remained still. That was basically the same description we got for the Discipline Priest. And what I assume is going to be the Destruction Warlock, because it also had a similar description. So, Meryl, what's up, girl?
That better be good. Victory.
Let's just ignore that bug. This is a wise choice. It should serve you well in our hunt for Kathra. Aluneth, a powerful and dangerous weapon. If tales are to be believed, Aluneth is actually the name of a very old and very powerful arcane entity. Ooh, interesting. Somehow bound to the weapon through ancient magic. Maitre. Oh my god. Well, I don't know how to really pronounce this right. Maitre? Oh, cool. Maitre, the mage who created the staff long ago, scribes scrolls that illuminate how a powerful mage might bind themselves to Aluneth and assume control over it. Aegwynn once used those scrolls to seize the staff for a time, so they're likely somewhere in this very hall. Now, because this is a lore channel, I know I got a bunch of new subscribers lately, but this is a lore channel. Let's have like a little lore break real quick. Maitre, this is like really old and really obscure lore from Cycle of Hatred, which is like one of the very first books they have in the Warcraft universe. Maitre was, or Maitre, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to pronounce it Maitre. Maitre was a night elf, very old, very powerful night elf arcanist. Naturally, it was before the night elves shunned arcane magic and went to druidism. But he wrote down like all of his formula and all of his like spells and how he did it and how he like interpreted magic onto these scrolls called the Maitre scrolls, as just was mentioned. Now, for those of you who live in the United States, at least where I live in Illinois, when you're about like 7 or 8 or 9, like in 2nd or 3rd grade, everyone in my school in that grade had to basically take like a gifted test. Like, it was a test to see if you were a gifted student. You can kind of think of the Maitre scrolls as the same thing for apprentice magi. Back in the day in Dalaran, and I also believe Silvermoon, apprentices, they weren't allowed to touch the Maitre scrolls until they were finished with their training, and then they were given them to look at and read and interpret and see if they can basically see how powerful of a mage they were if they could interpret Maitre's writings. Now, there was one exception, and it was the Guardian Scavel, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, and he was the Guardian before Aegwynn, and Scavel had 5 students, one of which was Aegwynn, and he let all of his students look at the scrolls earlier than usual, and in her first year, Aegwynn was able to interpret, read, like, figure out the magics and the spells of the Maitre scrolls, which basically showed how powerful of a mage she would become, which is proven true because she becomes the next Guardian after him. So, a little bit of a lore. That's a really obscure piece of lore that they're bringing back. I like that quite a bit. Alright, so back to this. The hall houses many powerful remnants of a mage order unlike any the modern world has seen. These scrolls are just the start. So my point is, they didn't just make up the scrolls of Maitre for Legion. It's been in the lore for like 10 years plus. Now we have but to find the staff and to use the scrolls to bind it. Not that either of those are likely to be simple tasks. Kept secret, kept safe. With the scrolls in hand, you must set to the task of finding the staff. When Aegwynn relinquished it many years ago, it was entrusted to the Kirin Tor, who, fearing its unbridled power, handed it to the Blue Dragonflight to secure it away from the hands of men. Only they would know exactly where it was taken or how to retrieve it. The Dragon Calic, otherwise known as Caligos, the former Blue Aspect, may be our best chance. He now resides upon the Council of Six in Dalaran. Seek him, and your answer's there. Cool, so let's go to Dalaran. I'm not going to take this portal, because based on what I've heard people talking about, this just lags your everything and doesn't actually work, so let's go to Dalaran. This is actually... I'm very excited for this, because even though we're going back to the Nexus, I'm really just looking forward to how much, like, crazy, weird background lore there could be. So, alright, let's talk to Caligos. Sorry for the cut there. There's probably going to be a bunch of those, because this seems to be one of the more buggier artifact intros. So you seek Aluneth, a dangerous weapon to be sure. Long ago the Kirin Tor entrusted the blue dragonflight to its safekeeping. It was locked away in the only place that could contain its rampant power. As I called it, the Nexus Vault. I have not been there in some time, however. After the blue dragonflight was dissolved, the Nexus was abandoned. There was no knowing where the Nexus Vault is still intact, or what may be waiting in the Nexus itself. If you seek the Nexus, I would warn not to rush headlong. There are strange happenings in Koldara. It would be best to gather some information before proceeding. At my last visit to the Dragonblight, I sensed unusual energies from the Azure Dragon Shrine. Since this place was very closely tied to Malygos' plans during the Nexus Wars, whatever is present there may explain the current state of the Nexus. I cannot accompany you, but this crystal can be used to communicate with me. Good luck! Alright, well, let's go to the Dragonblight, which is not that far away because there's a portal right to it. If we go in Aegwynn's tower, everything is coming back full circle. The scrolls were dealing with Aegwynn. This was her former staff. We are in Aegwynn's tower. That was built. I don't think they actually call it Aegwynn's tower. Oh yeah, they do. Aegwynn's gallery, at least. Okay. They keep adding little things to each of these pedestals. There's this for now. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. It looks like, I don't know, a shield maybe that got broken, or it could just be nothing. Who knows? So let's go to Wormrest Temple. Good old friend Bolvar. And let's go to the Azure Dragon Shrine. As a gnome, I figured it would only be appropriate to be using Mimiron's head. The Azure Dragon Shrine is right down here. I don't think these guys should still be here, because technically this is no longer... Oh, they phased out. Okay, what is these? Seething Voids. I'm assuming this is going to be similar to... It's got to be same to the Discipline Priest, because we did the exact same thing. Does that mean it's going to be... We're going to be fighting Ethereals again? I'm not sure if I like that idea. I would like at the very least, if we're going to have to be going back to the Nexus, at least have like a different villain. Alright, cool. So we have to investigate 3 clues. The first, I assume, is this Void Siphon right here. Void Siphon! This device appears to be exploiting the void energies when Malygos forced Azeroth ley lines into the Twisting Nether. Anything else? The design looks very familiar. Yeah, it's ethereals. We don't need to really trick people to not understand this. I actually played an Arcane Mage pretty frequently. I'm not playing one currently right now, but I know how the basic mechanic works. You build up your 4 stacks of Arcane Blasts, and then you have a chance to have Arcane Missiles, which do the most damage when you have 4 stacks. And then you're going to pop Arcane Barrage when you're at 4 stacks to give you the most damage, although I had Arcane Missiles proc at the same time, so that was unfortunate for me. But if you're curious, if you're a Mage player, I think I'm going to try and talk about the mechanics a little bit more in each of these videos, well after we hear Caligos. This weapon has been corrupted with energy from the Twisting Nether. Yeah, it's ethereals, we get it. Whomever wielded it must seek to weaponize the void, but for what purpose? So, right now, just to give you a quick overview, I am using Presence of Mind, which gives 4, the next 4 Arcane Blasts will be instant. Basically gives me 4 charges right away. Cauterize, everyone knows what that is. Enchantress Flow is already in the game. I don't think it's changed, really. Charge Up gives 4 Arcane charges itself. Ice Ward and Frost Nova has 2 charges. Erosion, I think, is different. Basically, as I keep casting spells on an enemy, they take 1% more damage from all my spells, up to 10%. And then for every time I'm not hitting him, every 1 second, it goes down 1%. So it's kind of playing into that Arcane Mage trope that they have in live now that they're changing away from, but the balance of the magic or the mana with your damage, they're kind of keeping that spirit, but not keeping that mastery. And then quickening actually is very similar too. It's actually a pretty fun mechanic. I haven't been able to get it up too high yet, but I'm going to see how high I can get it. Arcane Blast and Arcane Missiles grant 2% haste for 6 seconds, stacks up to 100 times, and it's cleared out when you cast Arcane Barrage. So it's actually a pretty nifty mechanic. The more you cast, the faster you cast, the more damage you do, but the more mana you use. This portal is very similar to the ones the Ethereals used in Outland. Could it be them? What did Malygos promise? And I assume if we just... Oh god, I aggro too. Alright, well, here we go. Let's pop this so we can get 4 right away. As you can see, I was stacked up to 6, I believe, and then I just used Arcane Blast and cleared out my quickening. Yep, see? Alright, cool. I believe we have to turn this quest in over here. Yeah, here we go. This appears to be a communication device commonly utilized by the Ethereals. Perhaps it could be the key to finding out who is behind the happenings at the Dragon Shrine. A device still hums with power. It must have been abandoned not long ago. There are nearby switches that appear to activate it. Alright. Activate the communication device. Nexus Prince Bilal. I thought I ordered all to return to the Nexus. What's this? Another intruder come to claim the artifacts from the Nexus vault. You are too late, Mage. Even now the power of the artifacts serve to widen the breach within the Twisting Nether. And then it's going to repeat because it's still alpha. So, the Ethereum has taken the Nexus, and yet, that seems to be the least of our worries. If they truly seek to widen the breach into the Twisting Nether, then they would pose a threat to all of Azeroth. It would seem that you are on this path for a reason, Necroxis. Not only must you recover the artifact, but you need to put a stop to the Ethereum as well. I regret I cannot assist you more directly, but I will guide you as I can. You should travel to Kodara in the Borean Tundra, Necroxis. There I would recommend you scout out the few key locations and report back to me. I know the area well and should be able to tell you how to proceed. Make haste! So, I guess I'm more okay with it than I was originally, because if we think about the Karazhan one, it was the same villain, I don't remember his name anymore, the Dark Rider leader, but it was 3 different artifacts, and the story was slightly different. It was the Affliction Warlock, the Scythe of Aluneth for Boomkins, and one of the Death Knight ones. I think it's the Blood Death Knight. So it seems like for the Nexus it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same villain, Nexus Prince Bilal, and you're going to have the Arcane Mage, the Discipline Priest, which I already did, and I think the Destruction Warlock, but that's not in the game yet. That's just my prediction. So, alright, I'm going to go to Kodara, and I'll see you when I get there. Alright, here we are back in Kodara. I believe what I had to do last time was just fly right into the middle to scout the Nexus Spire and then just fly straight up. Yeah, here we go. Whatever the Ethereals are up to, they're generating an incredible amount of void energy. Those surge needles must be what they're using. Fly over to one and take a closer look. I can do that. This has been so far literally identical to the Discipline Priests. So the Ethereum have altered Malygos' surge needles to tap into void energy caused by the rift. Huh. Their power must also be feeding the shield around the Nexus. Now, let us take a look at the Foundation. Alright. The vault must be weakened. I can see the energy from your artifact breaking its way free. Oh, so I guess instead of like beings of light and void and shadow, they change it slightly to arcane elements, because I'm a mage and this is the arcane quest. It seems that the Ethereum has gleaned how to use Malygos' surge needles to bore deeper into the Twisting Nether. I believe we might be able to use these devices against them. Harnessing the Arcane. The energy from Aluneth lashes out from the within weakened... Oh my gosh. Excuse me. The energy from Aluneth lashes out from within the weakened Nexus vault. We may be able to use this raw, chaotic energy to our advantage. If we can harness this energy and feed it into the surge needles, it should cause rather destructive reactions. Empower yourself with arcane energy by defeating the aberrants or by siphoning from breaches. So, we have to kill guys till we get to 100. I can do that. What did I spell steal? 50% chance to inflict arcane damage when I'm hit. Not bad. Let's just keep building up. Nifty. Let's build up some more. Get over here, friend. If you notice, my haste is now 24%. Bam! These guys do not scare me. Uh-oh. 2 of them do, though. Alright, cool. Much better. Alright, let's heal up, because that was not my plan to fight 2 at once. And I believe we can also just walk by the things on the wall over here and just get the energy sucked into us. If I'm remembering the Discipline Priest quest right. I mean, the Discipline one was incredibly buggy inside the Nexus, so hopefully this one's a little bit better. If you guys go back and watch that video, I basically just bumbled my way around. How do I just stand in this, or what do I do for this? I don't know. I basically just bumbled my way around as Azregos didn't spawn in the beginning, and then he glitched around, randomly completing parts of the phase. So, let's hope that that's a little bit different than what it is now. I'm assuming we're going to meet Azregos again, because he's inside the Nexus. Having been trapped by the Ethereals. Like the punk he is. Alright, so we're at 50% now, and then we'll hit 60 right here. Easy enough. Just need to kill 4 more guys. Keep getting arcane missile procs. Yes! To victory. As you can see, I'm stacking up my erosion here. Increasing my arcane damage that I do to them. Alright, 80. Oh, so I can actually use this one. Okay. How much does it give me? Oh, it gives me 20. Okay. I see you were able to harness the energies of Aluneth. It's been a long time since there was a mage that could control it. Now, are you prepared to unleash it? Yes. You have the power you need to destroy the Surge Needles. At the location of the breaches where the Surge Needles pierce the ground, there will be energy. Focus the power of Aluneth into these locations of focused void, and the reaction should cause an overload, destroying the Surge Needle above. You must act quickly. The Ethereum likely won't sit idly by as you lay waste to their machinations. Let's kill them, then. I ain't scared of these guys. They got the power of the void. I had the power of the arcane. This has also been a... Wow, I'm wrecking that guy. Damage increased by 100%. Oh, shit. This the whole introduction also is serving a good lesson of how useful spell steal can actually be. Because there have been a bunch of times so far that I have been spell stealing stuff. On Kathra Natir, which I didn't do for the Fire Mage, and I realized I should have. You could actually spell steal his healing void vampiric, or excuse me, forgot what it was called for a second. And I didn't know you could do that. And then here I spell stealed from those guys. I could spell steal from the arcane elements with their shield. Let's destroy these Surge Needles. Let's wreck this guy. I do have the buff. My damage is increased by 100%. Look how fast I eat through those guys. I love it. Also, my critical strike chance is increased by 50%. Get wrecked, you punk! And he's dead. But I am almost dead as well, so that is not good. Hooray! Expelling energy! 2 down, 1 to go. Let us heal up first before we get to the next one. Because we don't want to die after all. We're trying to be at least scrubby as we possibly can. Alright, cool. So far, the only difference that I've noted is that you are fighting arcane elements at the bottom of this, compared to the Discipline Priest one, where you are fighting beings of light, I believe. So that's... I mean, at least the ones in Karazhan were a little bit more different than this. Like, the part where before you get into Karazhan is more diverse. Ah, shit. I aggroed a Seething Void. That is no good. Alright, cool. Let's fight this guy now. Spell seal that awesome buff. Okay, he's dead. And then let's wreck him with our arcane missiles. Yeah. Get wrecked, you punk. All right. And he's dead. Cool. Let us end this last Surge Needle. Hooray! Azregos! He must have returned. Oh, here we go. Azregos, the shadow. Is it lifted? What little mind is this I feel? I can break such a foe. Wait, what? That can break such a foe. Okay, I see. He must have returned to the Nexus to secure the artifacts in the vault. Malygos always trusted him to watch over the magical items in care of the flight. I'm afraid I must ask another favor of you, Necroxis. The Nexus Vault. If the Ethereum has managed to capture Azregos, they might have been more powerful than I imagined. We have not yet always seen eye to eye, Azregos and I, but he's still my kin. Since you seek to put an end to them and claim Aluneth, I would ask that you also free my brother from their grip. With the Surge Needles destroyed, the shield has dissipated. The Nexus awaits. Necroxis. Now let's go into the Nexus then. I can actually go in here, right? Yeah. Woohoo! Time to do the Nexus part. Here we go. Free Azregos from the Ethereals. So, the lock on the Nexus is broken, and by a common gnome, no less. Will wonders never cease? Hey, come on. I'm a cool guy. Oh, I can dispel. I can mass dispel all of these guys. Do I still have mass dispel? Wait, no. I'm not a... What am I talking about? I'm not a thingy. You've come to engage in battle with me in hopes to obtain some spurious trinket. I'm afraid you're too late. The Ethereum have been quite effective in taking the bite out of this old dragon before I could acquire anything you would deem useful. If it's looting you desire, as your kind so often does, then I would take the fight to them. I can actually just walk right by these guys with invisibility. Don't mind me, mana worms. I'm just going to skip right by you. Hey, Azregos actually is here this time. That's good. Once again, if you go back and watch my Discipline Priest episode, they were not there. So I have no idea if these Scions of Fire, Arcane, and Frost actually were here in the Discipline Priest one. Wait, are you here after them? In that case, I could use a hand here. Let's fight. I mean, I can wreck these guys. They're easy. I mean, like, half of these aren't even hitting me. Alright, well, you're dead. This is just Scion of Magic overall. Alright, let's kick his ass. What, they're fucking shooting arcane orbs at me? Don't worry, Azregos. I'm here, my friend. Cool. You are quite capable, Mage. With their magics gone, I can feel my strength returning. I assume you are here for the Nexus Vault. I can't understand why anyone else would want to return to this place. Unfortunately, it is no longer quite attached to the Nexus. If you help me access the Librarium, then I will find a way through. We must not let the Ethereum get their hands on the artifacts within. Now, I think I'll slip into a more comfortable form. Alright, Azregos has turned into his cool-looking... Let's see if we can get a good look at him. His high elf form with the horns. Oh, Azregos, come on, friend, buddy. He only wants to look. He's like Derek Zoolander. He can only be seen from one angle. All right, so we have to go to the librarium. I don't remember actually where that is. I think it's this way. Azregos, please tell me the ways to go. It's not this way because that is clearly a bunch of ice walls that have been blocked off. I guess let's go down here. Well, too late. Time to fight them all. Get wrecked, wormlings. There we go. Alright. Let us fight this void-touched Nexus Stalker. It's a lot of fancy words before his title. I guess he can't survive 2 sets of arcane missiles being shot at him at once, huh? Okay, well clearly that is also the wrong way, so let's go to the only possible way we can go now. I like that new ability. Displacement. For the next 4 seconds, casting Blink will not trigger a cooldown. I believe that was a talent that they now have just made baseline. I don't think I've ever taken Displacement when I played my Mage, so I'm not 100% sure on that. But now it's just an ability that everybody gets, which is pretty nifty. So, wait, what? This is ways blocked off too. The plot thickens. Maybe if I go close to one, Azregos will break down the wall. Okay, Azregos, please tell me this is the right way. No? I know where we're supposed to go, but I know you have to unlock the areas in a special order. I guess let's just keep going. These look different. If I step on them, am I going to get hurt? No? Alright. Let's fight this guy. Is all Azregos does is just cast arcane missiles? I like it. Okay, so he's dead. Those are the guys that I didn't fight before, but I guess let's fight them now. Get wrecked! What is he doing? He was doing evocation there? Alright. So, once again, I think we went the incredibly longest way around. So, if that... It has to be this way then, right? Yeah, okay, see... Nexus Vault must be weakening, and that is no arcane... And that no arcane energy can only mean that Aluneth is no longer fully contained. It is a powerful yet quite chaotic artifact. It will lash out at us as we try to approach. Be prepared. Okay, so what does that mean? Oh, it's going to be one of those things like, use the mechanics that you have. How are you going to get past this? Like that. How cool. So the floor... Okay, so the mechanics are different. If you guys remember in the discipline scenario, let's see. The ground is covered with unstable energy. You might not want to step on that. No, I want to use it on myself. Wait, I don't have float, so I don't know how it... Oh, because I'm not a priest. I keep thinking, like, I have the priest ability, right? Nope. If you guys remember, or if you didn't see it, I suggest to go watch... Suggest to go watch that. Sorry, I got tongue-tied there. This whole area, I couldn't actually step on the ground because it was, like, super heated, and it would kill me. So I had to use, the ability what lets you hover, whatever it's called. I guess I just have to use my blinks intelligently here. That's interesting. I like that. That's one thing I do like about the artifact intros, even if they are, a lot of them are overlapping in the same area, is that they change the mechanics up a little bit. So, let's continue on killing these arcane aberrants. I wish Azregos would just use that on me and let me float over with him. But I guess I can't expect him to do everything for me. Oops, I didn't mean to hit evocation. That was my bad. And blink. I wonder how much damage that actually will do to me. Oh, it's just going to do that, huh? Okay. Oh, boy. Well, let's just wait till our blink comes back. While Azragos just gets hit repeatedly. There we go. Cool. So they are fighting against Arcane Aberrants. Once again, they're different in the Discipline Priests. They are the light creatures. Let's just ignore them. Have fun, you guys. The Librarium. Hooray. Oh, come on, Azragos. Really? I guess let's kill this guy. And done. So now we need to go back in here. We're here! Now let me see if I can find a way into the vault. As I suspected, the main entrance to the vault was broken off when Malygos created the breach into the twisting nether during the Nexus Wars. There must be some other way to reach it if the powers held inside can still be felt within the Nexus. Aha! Wait a minute. The energy from the vault is surging! Brace yourself! Uh-oh. Defeat the Echo of Aluneth. Oh, interesting. That's a cool model. Is that new? It looks kind of new. I mean, it looks like the skeleton of other models in the game, but I don't think I've seen that particular armor on the arms. And, huh, interesting. I like it. Let's time warp just because we can. Easy peasy. All right. Uh-oh. I'm getting a little bit low now. Arcane missiles to victory! Let's just keep building up our haste as much as we can. What could go wrong? There we go. That was too close. If the artifact continues to go unchecked for much longer, it will bring this whole place down around us. I mean, I gotta heal up first, though, girl. You gotta give me that chance. Quickly, must head to the rift. It is the only way. Let's just... Oh, I can't sheep these guys? Boo. Alright, one down. It's nice to actually see this thing that's working. I like it a lot more now that I actually can actually understand the mechanics. I'm having one of those days, you guys, and it sucks for people who record stuff that I just can't... Words are not working for me today. Alright, here we go. This is the coolest part, because this is like totally different from what it was. It's like a bunch of destroyed stuff. Wait, didn't there used to be a bridge here? Yes, there was. You fools! You may have destroyed the Surge Needles, but you are too late to stop us. The power of Aluneth will suffice to rip open the breach. Oh, great. More ethereals. Wait, looks like they're channeling the energy from the vault into the breach. This is not good. Come, we will show these ethereals I still have some fight left in me. Let's do it, Azragos. I will bring whatever power I have to bear against the Nexus Prince Mage, but in my weakened state, it will be mostly up to you to finish this threat. Let's see if he actually fights back this time. I hope he does. This is really cool looking. I hope you are prepared. I'm ready. You are too late, interlopers. Nothing can stop me now. I have become void! Oh, he's just going to drop me off. This is different than the... I'm assuming this is what was supposed to happen for the Discipline Priest, but we kind of just stayed in... on Azragos' back, and I just killed him without him actually hurting me. Oh, boy. Don't knock me off this... Oh, gosh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. What do I do? What do I do? Jump on Azragos' back to avoid force of gravity. Okay. Well, I can't. It wouldn't let me. Alright, cool. Well, I mean, this is interesting. I wonder if all the mechanics are working yet. I'm gonna get close to him. Don't force a grab it. I gotta get on your back, Azragos. I gotta get on your back, girl. Yeah! And then after he's done, I can jump back down. Haha! Oh, he's putting more mechanics on the ground. I see how it is. Too bad you're dead! Seize control of Aluneth. Ha! So much for the all-powerful Void. You know, you're not too bad for a gnome. Where's the staff? Oh, jeez. You should be able to access the vault through the rift here. I can open a portal, but I'll have to remain here to keep it open. Look at his little dingly-dangly when he was walking. That was funny. The way is open. Hurry, little gnome. I can't keep this open for long. Okay. Here we go! The Beyond. Cool. Aluneth is mine. Ha ha! Come to me, staff. Yes! Aluneth! I now have Aegwynn's staff. That's really cool. Let's leave now. It is one of the cooler looking artifact models, in my opinion. When you gain an arcane charge, you have a chance to trigger a force bolt, dealing 10,000 damage. This damage is increased the longer force bolt is not triggered. Ah, so once again, that seems to be the mechanic of the Arcane Mage. I got it. I am impressed, Necroxis. Never have I seen a priest capable of controlling Aluneth. The Ethereals have been routed, and you have the weapon you came for. Your business is done here, but mine has just begun. I thank you for freeing me. You have given me the greatest gift of all, that of time. I will use that time to secure the Nexus. It is obvious we cannot let it fall into the wrong hands again. This portal will take you back to Caligos. Give the old blue my regards, will you? Oh, Azragos and I are best friends now. I'm going to hug him. I don't think that emote works right now, but... Bye, Azragos. Let's go back to Dalaran. We are almost finished. I just have to see what the ability is of the staff. All right. Let us... Are we turning us into Caligos? We are. Okay. Let's just ignore the fact that nothing has loaded yet. Except that one citizen who was just chilling there. Here we go. Caligos.
There is no time to waste.
You have my gratitude for saving Azragos, Necroxis. I can rest easy knowing the Nexus is under his care. As for you, I can see you're full of surprises. Never in my time have I seen a mage who can control the chaotic energies of Aluneth. Thank you for what you have done for me and my kind today. You are truly the hero that we need to face the Legion.
Hangs in the balance.
Let us, return. I sense the powers of the artifact you hold. It will do well against the Legion as it is. But we have the ability to unlock its power even further. You must return to the Hall of the Guardian. You can use the incantation I taught you to pass right through the runes. Okay. Let us return to the hall. With my... That staff really is cool looking. Even in the base form, it looks pretty sweet. We'll return to Merrill Fellstorm. And I believe now he is upstairs. After having used his Fantasia-esque magic brooms to clean up the area. Here we are. You learn quickly, Necroxis. I think Catherine Atir will rue the day he has made you his enemy. In ancient times, the Forge of the Guardian was used to channel power of the Council of Tirisfal into one mage, creating a Guardian, but that is not its only use. It also serves as a font of arcane energy, which can be used to manipulate and empower the artifacts of this world. This power will allow us to gain the upper hand against the Dreadlord and the Burning Legion, and I ask you be the first to tap into it. I can do that. Let us angle ourselves correctly so we can see all the coolness. Sweet. And what is our ability? Mark of Aluneth. Create a runic prison under the target, slowing enemies within 5 yards by 50%. Inflicts periodic damage, dealing some damage over 8 seconds. Upon expiring, it explodes, dealing damage equal to 15% of your maximum mana. So once again, we have the whole mana usage and conservation aspect. We have Aegwynn's Ascendance. Your invocation makes you invulnerable, oh crap, and causes you to deal massive damage based on the mana your evocation restores. That seems like it could be almost like a game changer for the spec and how it works. Arcane Rebound. Your Arcane Barrage now bounces up to 5 times. If it successfully bounces 5 times, it will explode in a supernova, dealing massive damage. I'm assuming can it bounce on the same target 5 times? Probably not. Arcane Blast, let's see, has a chance to debuff your target, turning them into an accumulator bomb. 15 seconds or death equals pop for blast. 33% of damage dealt. Oh, I see. So if they die, they explode. But after 15 seconds, they also explode. Wow, Arcane Mage has a lot of really cool things for their traits. Now let's see. Have they added any more of these onto here? No. Okay, so we have this one. I'm always a fan of the fell green stuff, so that's a cool looking one. Although the purple one is still, I think, awesome. Blue is also really interesting. The Guardian Spire. Oh, that is cool looking. It brings these 3 things and makes them spin around the base. Wow, these are really good looking. I might have to dust off my mage to play them in Legion. Magna Unleashed. That one's pretty cool. I don't think it's cool as the Guardian Spire, though. Oh, this is a cool looking one, though. The white. And Aegwynn's Fall. You guys, this is clearly the best one. And this color scheme. Ah, nice. That's a cool looking one, though, too. I don't know. I think both of these look cool, but I think the darkest one looks the best. Interesting. I'm assuming Aegwynn's Fall refers to after she refused to return the powers of the Guardian. Because normally how it worked was, after your time as Guardian was over, the Council of Tirisfal chose the next successor, but Aegwynn was like, screw that shit, I want to pick who I want. So that's why she conceived Medivh and put the powers of the Guardian into him. Unfortunately, Sargeras also got in there and screwed all that shit up. So, alright, cool. So that is the Arcane Mage artifact, Aluneth. Ignoring the couple of glitches that we had, it was actually really, really cool. I'm glad it was actually complete this time, unlike the Discipline Priest one. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time for more Legion Alpha content. As always, if you like this channel and what I do here, I try to take a look at all of the testing stuff in as complete manner as possible to help you guys determine if you want to play Legion or not. I usually do like a general overview of my thoughts right before the expansion comes out, but as it is so far, I'm loving probably like 95% of what I've seen so far on Legion. I think it's a drastic shift back to the awesomeness of Warcraft that Warlords of Draenor kind of shat all over and was terrible. Legion, on the other hand, is the opposite, and I think it's really, really cool. It's a nice return to form. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, as always. If you like what I do on this channel, make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, and most importantly, the best thing you can do to help out if you want is to share it with other people to get more exposure. So I always like to introduce more people to the lore. That's why I try to include some kind of story explanation or further examination in every video I do. But until then, until next time, at least, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you then. All right? All right. Farewell.